Hello and welcome to another MechWarrior Online build video. Right, so this bad boy, the BlackKnight. So I'll start off with this. I'm not the biggest fan of the BlackKnight in MechWarrior Online. However, it is a very, very powerful mech if you can get over the hard points. But I'll go over that in just a moment. So this build in particular, a little bit different to the usual. The usual is usually large lasers, ER mediums, usual mid-range laser vomit. We went for a bit more of a memeware build. There's a couple of versions of this. This is the one that I kind of prefer, but I do recommend also trying out another version. So this is a 7 light PPC BlackKnight. I have a single AMS just because well, I'll go for it. So I have an extra AMS because there's quite a few missiles at the moment, and I made this originally when AMS gave C-bills. Now AMS does absolutely nothing apart from protect you from missiles. So honestly, I would probably argue removing that these days. And what you can actually do is add an extra PPC. Would I lower the engine? It costs money. I'm not one who's swimming in C-bill, so I don't have like every engine unlocked by default. As long as you're 325, I'm probably fine. See, I would probably go 335 and then lower the leg armor. But just for the sake of keeping the same engine. I need, what, 3 tons for a light PPC? Should have done this before recording, but yeah, 3 tons. So lower the leg armor a bit. BlackKnight legs are honestly pretty goddamn sturdy, so they can take the hit. Lower the head a bit more. I don't think I've ever been headshot in a BlackKnight. I'm lowering the legs a little bit too much here. There's an argument for probably getting rid of a heatsink. Lowering the engine was definitely the play here, though. If I was to do this properly, let me just reset it real quick. Nope, not that. That one. Lower the engine to a 325, AMS out. Oh, 325, 330? 335, 335. Literally just one down, and then take out some leg armor, take out a little bit of head armor, bada bing, bada boom, extra PPC in the arm, and boom, you're suddenly 8 PPCs. Honestly, I probably recommend this one over the AMS, legitimately, so I'll make sure this one is the one in the build code down below. One very important things to note is weapon groups. So it's going to go back to the 7 one, just keep that in mind. Let me revert it, just so I can show this. Weapon groups. You cannot fire more than 5 PPCs at once. The BlackKnight has a quirk that allows you to shoot an extra PPC, I believe. Light PPC, heatsink limit plus 2. Oh, 2 more. Okay, well. It's only 3 by default? I thought it was 4 for light PPCs, but shows how much I know. So yeah, you can shoot 5 light PPCs at once. So what I would recommend doing is having your torso on 1 and then having your arms on 2. That is the same for if you were to put the light PPC over here as well by removing this. And put, you would put that third one on your arm as well, because it's in your arms. And then you fire it 5 and 3. It is a very, very hot build. You can get about... Okay, a rotation is shoot your torso, shoot your arms, or vice versa. But you can get through about 3 to 4 rotations before you begin to overheat. Of course, you wouldn't use the AMS overload, as I do not recommend using it anymore. I did have this speed tweaked, and honestly, it kind of works a bit quite well, but I don't know if I would recommend it. This is a very versatile build in that you have a lot of spare points to play with. These are the mandatory points, so you have like 20 spare. I considered a few things, usual double cool shot, 60% radar deprivation. Again, I love improved gyro, that's a personal thing, so I recommend using it, but it's by no means mandatory. full armor, full structure, velocity because you're firing a projectile, heat gen, range, and then the rest is basically to your heart's desire. I decided to go for a bit of cooldown because your mech is already quite warm, so your limiting factor is usually not your cooldown, it's actually your heat. So I guess there is an argument for heat containment cool run, which honestly might be better than cooldown. That's something I'll have to test in future. But yeah, I was messing about with speed tweak. Honestly, the more consistent is for sure taking this instead of speed tweak, but I decided to have a bit of fun with it at the same time. However, you're about to see this is a very, very fun build. A little bit tricky to make work, and I'll go back to why I don't really like the BlackKnight for this reason. It's one of the few builds you can do this with. However, the hard points. So think of it this way: you're right here at this very top. Your weapons are halfway down your mech at a minimum. Your lowest ones are in your arms. Your highest one, that's a single PPC. Your majority of your weapons are on this line here, right? That's like halfway down your mech. You have, so if you're peeking vertically, you have to show up to your legs. So your entire body is exposed when you're using this build. So you typically want to peek from a side if possible. There is a strong argument to actually split your weapon groups left and right. So say you're peeking, you're walking around the corner and showing this side, you would have these 4 bound. And if you're peeking on the other side, you'll have these 3 bound. There is an argument for that. Honestly, I just recommend torso and arms. It's a bit simpler. Let you know which reticule you're aiming for. But that is something that I would recommend if you want to really irk out as much as you can from this. But otherwise, it's a lot of fun. It's actually a really fast mech as well. Goes 78.9 with the little change, 77.8. That is with the speed tweak, which is why I quite like it. Light PPCs are not necessarily short range, but they're kind of in the mid-range bracket of 600, optimal. You typically want to be about 400 to 600. That means you're not waiting too long with your PPCs velocity. I really struggle with PPCs in terms of their speed, so the extra 10% there and the extra velocity in the tree does help out a lot. And you're about to see this thing can hit really hard. Do not underestimate light PPCs in this much of this amount of light PPCs. This is, I believe, let's have a look. 5.5 damage each. So 11, 22, 27.5 damage on just the torso. On a 2.7 cooldown. And you can fire and forget. So it's not like a laser where you have to stare at them. You fire, look away. Fire, go back behind the hill. Fire, go back behind the hill. Like, it's instant. 30 damage. 30 damage. 30 damage. Well, I guess in this case it'd be 30 and 16 if you had the third PPC. So definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, let us know how you perform in it if you do try it. Catch you next time. Imagine this though, right? There's such a funny situation that could happen with the Moonwalker. Imagine someone's trying to circle a Moonwalker if he starts going backwards full speed. Like,
online.
You're just chasing after a Moonwalker
Sensors
going backwards.
Online. Weapons online.
Never be able to circle the fucking thing.
All systems nominal.
Right, U-turn.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
God, I've not played this in a hot minute.
Override engaged.
I haven't played this in a hot minute.
Yeah, but I don't play PPCs.
Is that the light PPC?
Yep.
BlackKnight? Yep.
7 light PPCs in a tree. I'm pretty sure the heatsink limit is 5 on this, but I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it is 5.
Oh, who put that rock there?
The game devs. Oh, mother. Why me? God damn it. Why is it always me?
You okay?
Why is the rub always gone?
Target
Oh, yeah, they're
acquired.
rotating around us. Are we holding that W key? I think we are. Oh no, actually,
Need
no.
assistance.
Maybe no.
Target spotted.
Oh,
Target spotted. Target spotted.
that is a Lightning Crusader.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
Whoa.
Fireball
Jesus
behind us
fucking
is
moonwalker,
open CT.
dude.
Target spotted.
New target
They're wrapping up
acquired.
behind us. I don't like this.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Nice, fireball
Okay, I'm
down.
just gonna.
Did that
I'm
Herbie just
gonna
go
see
down?
this side.
I think he did, yeah.
Target spotted.
Target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Smoke on you, Weber.
Are you kidding me?
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Or maybe it isn't time for moves. I'm getting wrecked.
Target spotted.
Yep, I'm dead. Again! Again!
Target spotted.
I never played during this time of day. I'm not used to how these players are playing.
Target
Oh yeah, it's
spotted.
very different. Like that's why you hear me kind of like.
There's like
complain
there's
a
like
lot
no
by,
aggression.
Target spotted.
Oh, go kill him.
It's either no
Yeah,
aggression
but-
or too much aggression.
Just fucking shoot him. You have us around.
Critical.
I'm gonna have to play up, change it up. My
Yeah,
play
it's
style.
very different.
Stalker.
New target acquired.
I'm playing too far forward.
Target
Target
spotted.
destroyed. New target acquired.
Thanks.
Dr. Miz repeats one. Well, I'll take a look at that in a moment.
Target spotted.
3 light PPCs, 2 AC 20 slopes. That sounds like an interesting combo. Actually.
Kill him.
New target acquired.
Thanks.
So bad with peeps.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Warm.
Warm.
Level critical.
Got it.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
I'm just relying on the fact that Marauder 2 can't hit me.
New target
Seems to be
acquired.
having trouble with aiming.
Target spotted.
Critical.
Lol.
Target spotted.
New
Yeah.
target acquired.
The way that mad
Oh,
cat
that
marks you
explains
just
why that-
dropped to the light peeps was highly amusing.
That explains why that mad cat hurts so much. It's fucking UX 50.
Right arm destroyed.
Target
Heat
spotted.
sink
Rude.
destroyed. Heat sink destroyed.
Target
Target
spotted.
acquired.
Thanks. Thanks.
Peek, motherfucker, I dare you.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Target destroyed.
Happy to hear of your success and achievements on the surface.
It's literally what I was just thinking.
Moonwalker is basically
Moonwalker
cheating.
is basically cheating. He feels so strongly about it, he
He put it
wrote
twice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Couscous being so good they...
Why is Emram? Wait, he's complaining about Emram's not killing Mac. Like, he's saying Mac the Moonwalker is tanky. He wasn't complaining. He wasn't complaining